Good morning. I'm Patrick Erickson with the Inland COVID Response Joint Information Center. We appreciate everyone. Thank you for being with us on Facebook this morning. We'll have an update from Spokane County Health Officer Dr. Bob Lutz coming up in just a moment. And today, we'll also have Spokane County Parks and Recreation Director Doug Chase, City of Spokane Parks and Recreation Director Garrett Jones, and Dan Conrath with the Inland Empire Bass Club. They'll be discussing the governor's recent announcement reopening certain outdoor recreational activities, including hunting, fishing, and golfing, coming up on May 5th. Now, following our Facebook Live this morning, local elected officials will also be holding a press conference addressing activities planned for May 1st. That will also be here on Facebook. That's tentatively scheduled right now for about 10:45 this morning. If you have any questions for any of our speakers, please share them with us on Facebook. We'll get to as many as we can. And with that, we'll start with Dr. Lutz.
Good morning, and happy birthday, Ed Desi, and to my niece, Bella. So, I want to talk about two things that are maybe not directly related to COVID, but I've learned about over the last couple of weeks. First of all, vaccinations. It just happens to be vaccination week, and I've heard that maybe parents aren't comfortable taking their children in to see the pediatrician or family doctor because they're concerned about getting infected with COVID. I really encourage vaccinations are again key for all infants to prevent them from getting other illnesses. And so I really emphasize the need for ensuring that your children are going in and getting vaccinated. The clinics are safe. All clinics are again really following those protective practices that we've been encouraging. And so I can't emphasize enough the importance of maintaining that your children are vaccinated accordingly. I also want to bring up on the different scale some concerns around more adults not making use of the 911. We've had an uptick not only regionally but also nationally. We've seen that individuals are not calling 911 when they are having potentially heart attack symptoms or stroke symptoms. Those are emergencies, and it's imperative that when you are having symptoms of a heart attack, such as chest pain, shortness of breath, having symptoms of a stroke, such as loss of speech, weakness, those are, again, emergencies. Every minute counts. And so all of the EMS system is prepared and able to take care of individuals in those emergent situations, and the hospitals are likewise prepared. The hospitals need to see you immediately, not later, because again, if the hospitals aren't seeing you very quickly, then there may be long-term problems that occur. So again, vaccinations at one end of the life spectrum, and heart attacks and strokes 911 on the other end of the spectrum. The healthcare system is safe. I really encourage you to make use of it going forward. Specifically around COVID, since Monday, we have seen, if I do my math, we have 7 more cases. So we've gone from 351 on Monday, 355 yesterday, to 362 cases, and we currently have 10 individuals in the hospital. So that's it for me right now, and I will turn it over to Garrett Jones.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Dr. Lutz. My name is Garrett Jones, the Director of Spokane Parks and Recreation, and we're thrilled today to announce the reopening of golf at our county and city courses. With that announcement, though, we take a lot of caution to our participants and to our employees as well. In following the governor's mandates, you will see some things a little bit different at our city golf courses prior to the shutdown. Some of those to really hammer home on is right now we're going to be taking phone tee times only. And the reason for this, it gives a chance for our staff to really educate the public on what those changes are, any questions that the public has, and really gives us a good gauge of what the next steps are in our tee time process. The next biggest change is the twosome and the foursome opportunities that we're going to have. Right now, you're only going to be allowed to have twosomes on the golf course and one golfer per cart. And we would encourage you to call your local golf course, because we do have an option for what we call family play. Per the governor's mandate, we are going to allow a foursome to happen if you live within the same household. So please contact your local golf course and we'll be able to accommodate that family play time. Another major component is the congregation around the clubhouse and the driving range. So the driving range will only be open 30 minutes prior to scheduled tee time. So any drop-ins, anything like that will not be an option at this point in time. And we'll again see increased cleaning throughout our facilities and on the course and our restroom facilities. So please bear with us, communicate with us, go to our website, SpokaneGolf.org, to see all these updates as they continue to evolve, and we'll see you on the course. And with that, I will introduce Doug Chase, the Spokane County Parks and Recreation Director.
Thank you, Garrett. You did such an excellent job covering the points, and we've enjoyed working together, that I'll just touch on how phenomenal the courses look right now. These golf courses are in the best shape they have been in years, and they're ready. We're ready for you. We're really looking forward to getting folks out on the course. Again, as Garrett mentioned, we're implementing the same protocols as required by the governor, and it's going to be a little bit different. We're asking for some patience and cooperation. We're going to try to do the best we can with calling ahead, making every effort to pay ahead. So don't be surprised if you get a call when golfing at the county courses the morning of your round to take payment. And that's just one of the strategies per the order that we are all working to carry out to minimize contact within the clubhouses. And those will look a little bit different too. You'll find for the most part all of the dining tables and chairs are stacked, but we have a nice setup for takeout food and takeout options. And we're really looking forward to accommodating as many folks as we can on the course as twosomes. And hopefully we'll have a very successful rollout. So there we go. I think that really covers the order as far as the different parameters, and we'll be learning as we go. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I'm Dan with Inland Empire Bass Club and Spokane Valley Marine. And like the golfers, us fishermen are very happy to be able to go fishing again. But also we have to do it responsibly and be patient out there. Your social distancing is really going to be imperative at the common areas, your launch ramps, docks, at the parks where you walk around if you do. So make sure you are staying with all of the safety features we need to have. The ramp and the dock, you have to be patient because you need to keep distance. But definitely we are able to go out and enjoy our beautiful lakes and rivers again and go fishing. And like the golf courses being in beautiful shape, the fish are waiting for us. So as far as the business side of fishing, we are open for service with the safety features in place. But as this just pulled up, we have become very busy. So be patient with us as well, but we will definitely get you out on the water if you need your boat ready to go. And good luck and go fishing. Thank you so much.
Our first question, I think, will be for all three of our speakers here this morning. What are you expecting to see come May 5th? We'll take all three of you.
What will we be expecting May 5th? Well, a lot of that, we have a lot of pent-up demand. So, it's been a number of weeks since we haven't had these facilities open. We started taking tee times in our golf courses yesterday morning, and we've already see a couple of those at full capacity for May 5th. May 5th is a good day as well. It's not on a weekend where we could see even more influx of that capacity. So Tuesday's a great start for us, but we're already seeing those tee sheets fill up.
And we expect very much the same, pent-up demand, people wanting to get out on the water by themselves or with their family. So again, just be patient and be ready and be safe. Thank you so much.
Yes, similarly, we're expecting a full tee sheet. I think we're nearly there for that Tuesday. And to be nimble and recognize that some of the parameters may change, we're doing a rolling 7 days out. So every day, a new day of tee sheet openings will occur. So if it's booked one day, try back the next. Thank you very much.
If you could just stay up there.
Yes.
Could you touch upon what golfers should expect when it comes to the clubhouse and restaurant services, food and beverage services? What I know that there are some changes that have taken place with those functions. Can you give our audience a little bit of a preview of what they should expect?
You bet.
When it comes to those things.
Well, actually, a lot of the changes start in the parking lot. As you make your way to the clubhouse, there'll be additional signage in the parking lot, outside of the clubhouse, within the clubhouse. You'll see markers to help ensure the appropriate social distancing around the counter at our food takeout. The clubhouses have carefully designed access for takeout. There'll be signage encouraging folks to call their order in advance. There'll be a lot of extra cleaning. You'll notice, I guess, sneeze guards or plexiglass type shielding at the counters for both the safety of the employees and the public. And all of these strategies are really designed to help ensure the proper social distancing and eliminate any congregation. And in fact, the order goes as far as having us very politely ask our customers to depart quite quickly after they're done. So we want you to have a great time and go, if you will. So we're working on a new angle for that and how we can make that sound really friendly, but we're looking forward to the challenge and having the challenge. Mm-hmm.
And we'll ask Garrett as well. We have a question. You talked about this a little bit at the beginning about the driving range and also the putting green. A lot of people go there looking for relaxation. Unfortunately, we're not quite there yet to show up and be able to do that. Kind of explain and go a little bit more detail about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So a lot of times, after work, you want to take your child out to the driving range in the evening after dinner. Unfortunately, that's not going to be the case right now. Our driving ranges are going to be set up so you have 10 feet in between each station. And we're going to have monitors there and to make sure you have a tee time and that you're only utilizing those facilities within 30 minutes of that tee time.
Could you also address, I know there were a lot of tournaments planned this summer. How are those being handled currently?
Currently, and a lot of this comes from the news last night, unfortunately, of the Rosars tournament canceling, which is a great partner for Indian Canyon Golf Course and a great cause. There's a lot that goes into a tournament with congregations and food and gatherings. And so at this time, we're pausing on any tournaments or any pro-ams because that is considered a gathering. That isn't the outdoor recreation component of the business of golf. And so we're going to keep a very close pulse on working with the state and local officials on what that looks like. And then communication with our tournament organizers and our participants on what those next steps will be.
I have a question for Dan. Dan, as a responsible angler, are there any messages that you'd like to give your peers about how to responsibly enter into this first phase of being allowed to fish again? Are there any bad actors that we need to be watching out for, or bad activities or behaviors that you'd like to caution against?
Well, one of the biggest things fishing guys like to go out with their buddy. At this point, it's you or your family. So you just can't go down the street, grab your neighbor, and go fishing. Also, when you're at the ramp or facilities, you've got to maintain social distancing and clean up as well. So, but that would be the biggest thing. The caution is it's you or you and your family instead of you and your buddies. So, okay.
And then final question for our Parks and Rec directors here. What would your message be to golfers heading out, possibly starting on the 5th, but also in the coming weeks? What would your message to them be this morning?
Our first message, I think, would be to keep yourself and your family around you safe and continue with the social distancing practices that we have in place. Golf is one of the first models to reopen as an industry, and we want to set that standard. We want to set that model for the rest of the industries. And as soon as we got golf back, we could get it taken away. And so we want to practice. We want to practice those policies that the governor put out, and be patient and communicate. And we know there's a lot of pent-up demand to be out there, but just take a deep breath, enjoy it. We got golf back, but let's not have it be taken away again. And so let's just follow the rules and be flexible. So, thank you.
Thank you. I think that's a really good point that Garrett makes. Patience, really. We're our staff, your golf course pro shop staff and operations staff are working really hard to implement these requirements and still make it a really enjoyable experience for you. And it might go a little slow at first. We understand by having every tee time called in and taking the time to educate our customers, that phone line might be busy and it might take a few times. So that's a really good one to look for some patience. Please keep trying and know that we'll be there and we'll be making every effort to take every phone call and get you signed up on the tee sheet. And we really are excited to be able to reopen. And again, we want to set the example. We want everyone to be safe, have a great experience, and go home when you're done. Okay.
And a question for Dr. Letts. Based on the topic we're discussing this morning here, how important is it that folks are able to once again get out and do things like golf and fish?
And go out on trails.
And enjoy
Go out on trails, yeah. I mean,
as well.
I'm really excited that we're allowing people to have this opening. We've talked about the stressors. For many, golf is a great stress relief. For many, including my father-in-law, fishing is a great stress relief. And so for me, going out on trails and running is, again, a stressor reliever. So I'm excited about this, but as Garrett mentioned, we have to be patient, and we also have to recognize that there are restrictions that still are in place, that physical distancing is imperative. And as Dan talked about, we can't have people doing stupid stuff when they're cleaning their fish. And I also heard go home, or whatever that statement was. So anyway, I think great messages today. I'm really excited for our community to have this opening, and it's a great stress relief going forward. So. Yes, I just want to make, with respect to the numbers, I think I mentioned about the fact that we had 7 more cases, which for me just reflects the fact that we are testing more. Importantly, we haven't seen more hospitalizations over the past couple of days, which for me is an even more important metric, because we know that a certain percentage of people will have very serious symptoms. So the fact that our hospitalization rates have not been going up significantly for me is an encouraging metric. So, again, go out, go fishing, go out on a trail, go play golf. And as I continue to finish and work on my ASL, stay home, stay healthy, wash your hands, and save lives. We'll do that again. Save lives, and happy birthday, Bella. Have a good day.